Welcome, dear fans, to another electrifying installment of the TV Days Drama Digest. Today, August 5th, 2025, Days of Our Lives delivered a roller coaster of emotions, heart-pounding confrontations, and tantalizing secrets that left Salem in a state of upheaval. If you missed today's episode or simply want to relive the drama, buckle up as we dive deep into the intricate web of relationships, betrayals, and revelations that unfolded. From elevator mishaps to seductive schemes and courtroom strategies, this episode was a masterclass in soap opera storytelling. Let's unpack every juicy detail, moment by moment, with all the flair and intensity you'd expect from Salem's finest. A fateful encounter in a broken elevator. The episode opens with a scene charged with tension at Salem University Hospital, where the indomitable Dr. Marlena Evans and the ever-vibrant Julie Williams cross paths in a moment that feels fated. Their conversation begins innocently enough, with Julie catching Marlena up on the latest gossip, but the air shifts when Julie mentions Chad DiMera's recent ordeal. The camera lingers on Julie's expressive face as she recounts the unsettling incident, her voice tinged with concern. Marlena, ever the empathetic listener, leans in, her brow furrowing as she processes the news. The drama escalates when Julie's eyes catch a glaring out-of-order sign plastered on the hospital's main elevator. Her curiosity piqued, she steps closer, her heels clicking against the polished floor. Suddenly, muffled voices echo from within the sealed metal doors. It's Chad, trapped inside with none other than Kat Green, the enigmatic newcomer whose presence has been stirring whispers in Salem. Julie's heart races as she pounds on the door, her voice sharp and urgent. "Chad? Are you in there?" she calls out, her tone a mix of worry and exasperation. Inside the elevator, Chad's voice responds, clear and steady, followed by Kat's softer, more hesitant tone. The two are stuck, their predicament a perfect metaphor for the tangled emotions that will soon unravel. Julie's knocking grows frantic, and the camera cuts between her determined face and the dim, claustrophobic interior of the elevator, where Chad and Kat exchange uneasy glances. The question hangs in the air, why didn't anyone hear them before? The acoustics of the elevator seem to mock logic, amplifying their voices now but leaving them unheard in earlier moments, a mystery that only heightens the episode's suspense. When the elevator doors finally groan open, thanks to a timely intervention by a hospital maintenance worker, Julie's relief is short-lived. Her eyes narrow as she spots Kat standing a little too close to Chad, their body language suggesting a connection that goes beyond mere circumstance. Julie's lips purse, her maternal instincts kicking into overdrive. She's never been one to mince words, and her disapproval is palpable as she questions Chad about Kat. "What's going on here, Chad?" she asks, her voice laced with suspicion. Chad, ever the charmer, tries to deflect with a disarming smile, but Julie isn't buying it. The camera zooms in on her face, capturing the flicker of doubt. Is Chad developing feelings for Kat? The seeds of jealousy and mistrust are sown, promising more drama to come. Kat's training session and a charged moment elsewhere in Salem, the episode shifts to a gritty gym where Rafe Hernandez, the town's steadfast police chief, takes Kat under his wing for a self-defense training session. The gym is a stark contrast to the hospital's sterile halls, with sweat-stained mats and the rhythmic thud of punching bags setting the scene. Rafe, with his no-nonsense demeanor, is all business as he guides Kat through a series of moves designed to empower her in dangerous situations. His instructions are precise, his tone firm yet encouraging. "Keep your stance wide, Kat. You need to be ready for anything," he says, demonstrating a block with fluid precision. Kat, eager to prove herself, absorbs every word. Her movements are tentative at first, but Rafe's patience helps her gain confidence. The chemistry between them is subtle, but undeniable, a mentor-student dynamic with an undercurrent of mutual respect. The camera lingers on Kat's determined expression as she executes a perfect jab, earning a nod of approval from Rafe. This scene isn't just about physical training. It's a moment of empowerment for Kat, who's navigating a town where secrets and dangers lurk around every corner. Later, Kat puts her newfound skills to the test in a playful yet charged encounter with Chad. The two find themselves alone in a quiet corner of Horton Town Square, the setting sun casting a warm glow over their interaction. Kat, emboldened by her training, challenges Chad to a mock sparring match. "Think you can handle me now?" she teases, her eyes sparkling with mischief. Chad, never one to back down, agrees, and what starts as a light-hearted exchange quickly turns intimate. Their movements are a dance of sorts. Kat's quick jabs met with Chad's playful dodges, their laughter mingling with the rustle of leaves. The camera captures a close-up of their hands brushing as Kat pins Chad against a tree, their faces inches apart. The moment is electric, their breaths mingling in the fading light, leaving viewers wondering if this is the start of something more or a recipe for heartbreak. Gaby's seductive scheme meanwhile, Gaby Hernandez is up to her old tricks, weaving a web of seduction and intrigue that could only come from her cunning mind. At the bistro, Salem's chic dining hotspot, Gaby sets her sights on Xander Kyriakis, a man whose complicated history makes him the perfect target for her latest scheme. The restaurant is abuzz with clinking glasses and murmured conversations, but Gaby commands the scene in a sleek red dress that hugs her curves. Her eyes lock onto Xander as he enters, his brooding demeanor a stark contrast to the lively atmosphere. Gaby's plan is simple yet devious: lure Xander into a false sense of security to extract information about his ongoing custody battle with Sarah Horton. She approaches him with a sultry smile, her voice dripping with charm. "Xander, you look like you could use a drink," she purrs, guiding him to a private booth. Xander, wary but intrigued, allows himself to be drawn in. Their conversation is a masterclass in manipulation, with Gaby leaning in just close enough to keep him off balance. The camera pans across the table, capturing the flicker of candlelight and the tension in Xander's posture as he tries to keep his guard up. Gaby's questions are subtle at first, cloaked in feigned concern for his situation with Sarah. "It must be tough, fighting for what's yours," she says, her tone sympathetic, but her eyes calculating. Xander, still reeling from the emotional toll of his custody dispute, lets slip a few details about his strategy, unaware that Gaby is filing every word away for later use. The scene ends with Gaby raising her glass in a toast, her smile masking her true intentions. "To new beginnings," she says, and Xander echoes her, oblivious to the trap he's walking into. This dinner sets the stage for a showdown that will ripple through Salem, with Gaby poised to exploit Xander's vulnerabilities for her own gain. Family tensions and trial strategies at the DiMera mansion. The air is thick with tension as Johnny DiMera and his father, EJ, sit down with Susan Banks to strategize for an upcoming trial. The grand room, with its dark wood paneling and imposing portraits, feels like a war room as the trio hashes out their plan. Susan, with her eccentric flair and unshakable intuition, takes center stage, her voice rising with passion as she tries to fire up Johnny. "You've got to fight, Johnny. This is your family's legacy," she exclaims, her hands waving dramatically. Johnny, already on edge from the pressure of the trial, snaps back, his frustration boiling over. "I'm trying, Grandma. You think this is easy." The outburst hangs in the air, and Susan's face softens, her maternal instincts kicking in. Johnny immediately regrets his words, his shoulders slumping as he apologizes. "I'm just stressed," he admits, his voice cracking. EJ, ever the stoic patriarch, steps in to mediate, his calm demeanor a counterpoint to the emotional storm. The scene is a poignant reminder of the DiMera family's complex dynamics, love and loyalty intertwined with ambition and conflict. Susan, undeterred, shifts the conversation to her lingering concerns about Marlena. Her psychic senses are tingling, and she's convinced that something is deeply wrong with her friend. It's her mind, her body, her soul, Susan says, her voice trembling with urgency. I feel it, EJ. Something's off. The camera zooms in on her wide, worried eyes, amplifying the sense of foreboding. This moment plants a seed of doubt that will undoubtedly grow in future episodes, setting the stage for a potential crisis that could shake Marlena's world. Marlena's shocking revelation. Back at the hospital, Marlena receives a bombshell from Sarah Horton that threatens to upend her carefully balanced life. The two women meet in Marlena's office, the soft hum of medical equipment providing a stark contrast to the gravity of their conversation. Sarah's face is etched with concern as she delivers the troubling news. The details are deliberately vague. Perhaps it's a health scare for Marlena, or maybe it's about Rachel Black's anxiety over her upcoming testimony in the trial. The ambiguity is a classic Days of Our Lives move, keeping viewers on edge as they speculate about the implications. Marlena's reaction is a masterclass in understated drama. Her eyes widen and her hand grips the edge of her desk, but she maintains her composure, ever the professional. Are you sure? She asks, her voice barely above a whisper. Sarah nods, her expression somber, and the camera lingers on the silent exchange, letting the weight of the moment sink in. This revelation is a turning point for Marlena, forcing her to confront vulnerabilities she's long kept buried. The episode closes with Marlena meeting Susan once more, this time in the hospital's quiet chapel. The stained glass windows cast colorful shadows across their faces as Susan reiterates her fears. Marlena, I'm telling you, something's not right, she says, her voice urgent. You've got to listen to me. Marlena, still reeling from Sarah's news, tries to reassure her friend, but the doubt in her eyes is unmistakable. The scene fades to black with a haunting musical sting, leaving viewers on the edge of their seats. Wrapping up the drama, today's episode of Days of Our Lives was a tapestry of passion, deception, and emotional depth, weaving together the lives of Salem's most beloved characters in a way that only the show can. From Julie's suspicions about Chad and Kat's elevator encounter to Gaby's seductive scheming, Rafe's empowering training session, and the DiMera family's tense trial preparations, every moment was packed with drama. Marlena's shocking revelation and Susan's ominous warnings add layers of intrigue, promising more twists in the days to come. If you missed any of these heart-stopping moments, be sure to check out our summary video on the TV Days Drama Digest channel for a visual recap. We hope